American Pickers star Mike Wolfe's Iowa store's most expensive antiques revealed, including $5,000 vintage Coca-Cola sign. Hello everyone, welcome back to my another video. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. American Pickers star Mike Wolfe's Iowa store's most expensive antiques have been revealed, including a $5,000 vintage Coca-Cola sign and a $4,500 eagle statue. A large vintage Coca-Cola sign will set customers back $5,500. A white eagle statue goes for a hopping $4,500, while a 60s Japanese dive helmet costs $2,400. A 19th century zinc mortar and pestle with a golden leaf is on sale for $4,500. READMOR on American Pickers. A wooden wagon costs $850, while a Barber double-sided sign is $625, and a vintage Alka-Seltzer sign goes for $500. An antique glider rocker costs $3,600. A kitty goggles display sets customers back $225. Mike has been slammed by customers for overpriced items and selling merchandise instead of actual antiques. 80s movie icon unrecognizable on rare public outing in LA. Can you guess who? One customer recently wrote on Google reviews regarding the Iowa store. "I would have happily dropped hundreds of dollars there if it was something really cool. Instead, it was like three things that had been picked ranging from $200 to $4,000. A second customer commented, "This is more of a souvenir shop for the show. Not many antiques at all." A third blasted, "Was very disappointed. We made this a special stop on our drive home. Taking this route especially for this experience. Both buildings are very small and mostly gift shops selling their own merchandise. Grabbed an item as a souvenir, marked $3, but charged $9. And for as much as Mike and the team picks, where is it?" A fourth commented, "Was so excited to go to the American Pickers store, but disappointed it didn't look like it does on TV at all. High-priced stuff with very little parking." A fifth said, "Great place to stop if you're a Pickers fan. Otherwise, it's just a retail shop with some kitschy antiques and a lot of logo emblazoned merchandise for sale." A sixth customer said, "Stuff is a little pricey, but many interesting items. ANNUAL sales. The high antique prices may be hurting the business." As the U.S. Sun previously reported on antique archaeology in Iowa's estimated annual sales. Per Experience Business Valuation Report, antique archaeology's estimated annual sales are reportedly $62,000. The company's business credit score is 23, which is medium-high risk. The report claims of the score. This score predicts the likelihood of serious credit delinquencies within the next 12 months. As for the financial stability risk ratings, antique archaeology received a medium risk with a 3 out of 5 rating. The report claims, "This rating predicts the likelihood of payment default and / or bankruptcy within the next 12 months. STORIESUCCES. Fortunately for the American Pickers star, antique archaeology Nashville has been doing well. The U.S. Sun previously reported antique archaeology Nashville's estimated annual sales per Experience Business Valuation Report are $903,000. The company's business credit score is low risk, meaning there is a good probability of on-time payment, according to the report. As for the financial stability risk ratings, antique archaeology received a low risk with a 2 out of 5 rating, meaning a 1.11% potential risk of severe financial distress within the next 12 months. A rep for Mike and Antique Archaeology did not immediately respond to the U.S. Sun's request for comment. Ready to retire? The U.S. Sun previously reported Mike and his brother, Robbie, may be ready to call it quits soon. A pal of Mike's told the U.S. Sun, "I don't know how long the show will last. I don't know how long Mike and Robbie want to do this. I think they would like to retire at some point. It's been 12 years. It's a strain on your life. They've done this a long time. When they're around we're on the road again. I ain't got time to do this, I ain't got time to do that. It's a love-hate like with any job. Some days you don't wish you had that job and you could do whatever you wanted. Some days you're all excited about your job. American Pickers coming to an end comes amid the series experiencing low ratings. The July 5 premiere started off strong with 918,000 viewers watching. For the July 12 show, 803,000 watched, while 713,000 tuned in for the July 19 episode. Ratings were better for the July 26 episode with 885,000 viewers. The August 9 episode had 778,000 viewers, while the August 16 episode had 706,000 people watch. The August 23 episode brought in just 620,000 viewers, the lowest of the season. Mike Wolfe, the passionate antique hunter and co-host of the beloved History Channel series American Pickers, has built a name for himself by unearthing rare and valuable items from across the United States. Through his store, Antique Archaeology, located in LeClaire, Iowa, Mike has showcased and sold some of the most unique and sought-after treasures on the market. What many fans may not know is that his store holds some truly remarkable and expensive antiques, some of which come with a price tag that would make even seasoned collectors take pause. Among these treasures, one of the standout pieces is a vintage Coca-Cola sign, valued at a staggering $5,000. But the Coca-Cola sign isn't the only valuable item in the store. Antique Archaeology is home to a variety of high-ticket antiques that range from classic automotive memorabilia to rare advertising pieces. These items tell a story not just about American history, but about the passion and dedication that Mike has poured into his business and the American Pickers brand. In this article, we'll take you behind the scenes at Mike Wolfe's Antique Archaeology store and explore the most expensive antiques it has to offer. We'll dive into the history of these items, why they are valued so highly, and how they fit into the broader narrative of antique collecting in America. The allure of antique archaeology. Mike Wolfe's passion for picking. Mike Wolfe's passion for antiques isn't just a business, it's a way of life. As the co-host of American Pickers, Mike has spent more than a decade traveling the United States, uncovering hidden treasures in people's barns, garages, and estates. This passion for picking led him to open Antique Archaeology, a brick-and-mortar store where he showcases the best of what he finds on his travels. Located in LeClaire, Iowa, Antique Archaeology is more than just a store. It's a museum of American history. The store is filled with rare finds, including vintage motorcycles, old signage, and classic Americana that date back to the early 20th century. But what makes this store so special is its ability to tell a story through its inventory. Each piece has a rich history that Mike is eager to share with visitors and collectors alike. While Antique Archaeology is known for its eclectic collection, some of the items in the store are particularly valuable. From rare Coca-Cola memorabilia to vintage signs from long-defunct companies, these pieces carry with them a significant price tag. So what makes these items worth so much? Let's take a closer look at some of the most expensive pieces in Mike Wolfe's Iowa store. The $5,000 Coca-Cola sign, a staple of Americana. One of the most expensive items at Antique Archaeology is a vintage Coca-Cola sign that is priced at a whopping $5,000. Coca-Cola has long been a symbol of American culture, and its vintage advertising signs are among the most coveted pieces in the world of collecting. This particular Coca-Cola sign is a perfect example of the power of nostalgia. The sign, dating back to the early 1900s, features the classic red and white color scheme that has become synonymous with the brand. It's an iconic piece of Americana that speaks to the golden age of advertising, a time when companies like Coca-Cola were masters of this sign is so valuable is due to its rarity and condition. Vintage Coca-Cola signs are highly sought after, especially those that feature the brand's original logos and artwork. Over the years, many of these signs have been lost or destroyed, making well-preserved pieces like the one at Antique Archaeology extremely rare. Collectors who are passionate about Coca-Cola memorabilia are willing to pay top dollar for a piece like this, knowing that it represents a significant moment in American advertising history. The $5,000 price tag may seem steep, but for those who understand the value of vintage advertising, it's a fair price for a piece of American history that will continue to appreciate in value over time. Classic motorcycle collection. Timeless treasures with price tags to match. Another area of antique archaeology that showcases some of Mike Wolfe's most expensive antiques is his classic motorcycle collection. As a motorcycle enthusiast, Mike has spent years searching for rare, vintage motorcycles to add to his store's inventory. These motorcycles are not just collectibles. They are pieces of American history that tell the story of innovation, craftsmanship, and the open road. One of the most notable bikes in Mike's collection is a 1917 Harley-Davidson Model J. This vintage motorcycle is a true work of art, with its original engine and frame intact. The bike has been carefully restored to its original condition, making it a valuable piece for collectors and enthusiasts alike. Priced at over $20,000, the 1917 Harley-Davidson is one of the most expensive motorcycles in the store. But the Harley-Davidson Model G isn't the only motorcycle in Mike's collection that commands a high price. Other bikes, such as a 1930 Indian Chief and a 1941 Harley-Davidson Knucklehead, are also valued at over $15,000 each. These motorcycles are prized not only for their historical significance, but also for their rarity. Vintage motorcycles like these are becoming harder to find, and as a result, their value continues to rise. For collectors who are passionate about motorcycles, antique archaeology offers a unique opportunity to own a piece of history. Whether it's a classic Harley-Davidson or an Indian Chief, these bikes represent the golden age of American motorcycling and are prized possessions for those lucky enough to own them. Vintage advertising signs, the cornerstones of American history. In addition to the Coca-Cola sign, antique archaeology is home to a variety of other vintage advertising signs that carry hefty price tags. These signs, which range from early 20th century gas station signs to old-fashioned soda advertisements, are some of the most sought-after items in the world. One of the most expensive advertising signs in the store is a vintage Texaco sign from the 1930s. This sign, featuring the iconic red and white Texaco logo, is valued at $8,000. The sign's condition is impeccable, with its bright colors and clear lettering making it a standout piece in any collection. Vintage gas station signs like this one are highly collectible, as they represent a time when gasoline was a luxury and the branding of oil companies was a key part of American consumer culture. Another notable piece in the store is a rare neon sign from a long-defunct diner chain. The sign, which features the chain's original logo, is valued at $10,000. Neon signs from the mid-20th century are highly collectible, as they evoke a sense of nostalgia for a bygone era of American diners, motels, and drive-ins. The fact that this particular neon sign is still in working condition only adds to its value. These vintage advertising signs are not just decorative. They are cultural artifacts that tell the story of America's commercial history. From gas stations to diners, these signs represent a time when advertising was an art form, and their value continues to grow as collectors vie for the chance to own a piece of this unique history. Vintage furniture. Priceless pieces of American craftsmanship. While many of the items in antique archaeology are related to Americana and advertising, Mike Wolfe's store also carries some impressive pieces of vintage furniture. These pieces are valued not only for their aesthetic appeal, but also for their craftsmanship and historical significance. One of the most expensive pieces of furniture in the store is a 19th century Victorian armchair. This ornate chair, which dates back to the 1800s, is valued at $12,000. The chair's intricate woodwork and luxurious fabric make it a standout piece for collectors who appreciate the fine details of vintage furniture. Victorian furniture, known for its heavy ornamentation and grandeur, is highly prized by collectors who specialize in this period of design. Another notable piece is a 1920s Art Deco buffet, priced at $9,000. Art Deco furniture, with its bold lines and geometric shapes, has become increasingly popular among collectors in recent years. The buffet, which features sleek chrome accents and polished wood, is a perfect example of the elegance and sophistication of the Art Deco era. Vintage furniture like this is more than just functional. It's a piece of history. Each piece tells a story of the era in which it was created, and for collectors, owning a piece of this history is a way to preserve the craftsmanship and design that defined American interiors in past centuries. the future of antique archaeology, and Mike Wolfe's growing legacy. As antique archaeology continues to thrive under Mike Wolfe's stewardship, the store's collection of high-end antiques is only expected to grow. With Mike's reputation as one of the leading figures in the world of antique collecting, antique archaeology has become a go-to destination for collectors and enthusiasts seeking rare and valuable items. The store's inventory is always changing, with new pieces being added regularly as Mike continues his picking adventures across the country. Whether it's a vintage Coca-Cola sign or a rare motorcycle, each piece at Antique Archaeology represents a unique moment in American history. And for collectors, owning one of these treasures is not just about acquiring an object, it's about owning a piece of the past. As Mike's legacy as an antique expert continues to grow, so too will the value of the items in his store. For fans of American pickers and antique lovers alike, Antique Archaeology offers a rare glimpse into the world of high-end antique collecting, with a selection of pieces that are both priceless and irreplaceable. A treasure trove of history at Mike Wolfe's Antique Archaeology. Mike Wolfe's Antique Archaeology is more than just a store. It's a celebration of American history, craftsmanship, and culture. With its impressive collection of high-end antiques, including vintage Coca-Cola signs, rare motorcycles, and classic advertising pieces, the store has become a must-visit destination for collectors and fans of American pickers. Each piece tells a story, and for Mike, every item in the store represents a unique chapter in the ever-evolving story of America. As Mike continues to expand his collection and grow his business, one thing is clear. Antique Archaeology is not just a store. It's a treasure trove of history, and the most expensive items within it are worth every penny. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.